Hey girls, Kat here from Women's Web Marketing and the Bunbury Business Women's Network. And today's video is for the woman who is sitting on the verge of a big breakthrough. If you've had people saying to you, you're right on the edge of a breakthrough, you're there, you just need to take this leap, and you're asking yourself, what is it that I need to do to make this happen? Because you're kind of getting to the point where you're fed up of people telling you this and you not actually doing it. So why aren't you doing it? Well, there are a few things that I hear a lot when I'm working with clients, and the most common things is that I'm not ready, I don't know enough, I'm not an expert in my field, I'm not the best at, I don't have my ducks lined up, and this really beneath these excuses lays a lack of self-worth. There's obviously self-doubt, maybe a little bit of self-sabotage, and this could be caused predominantly by things that have happened in your past. And you've probably, it could even date back to childhood. There could be something really small back in your childhood that like now is small, but at the time it could have been massive, or it could be a relationship, or any number of things that has sort of had you arrive at this point where maybe there's just something sitting below the surface that's holding you back. So in my experience, what I've come to learn is that most often we need to take action to make the big things happen. So if you sit in a space of knowing you have this potential to do amazing things and knowing that you've got this capacity to make a difference in people's lives, and you know you're great at something and you're sick of seeing other people who are maybe less experienced than you doing better than you, then it's time to just take a massive leap out of your comfort zone and do it anyway. Now, when I'm talking to my clients, the way I normally explain this is if you think about a bike, if you got on a bike and you had to start riding, the first few turns of the pedals are normally, they're difficult, which kind of puts most of us off getting on the bike in the first place. But so it's just a little bit hard at first. But once the bike's coasting, you kind of get this period of time where you don't have to push so hard anymore because the momentum and energy is built up. Now, this is the same. It's going to take a lot more work and energy to get the projects or whatever it is you're doing off the ground and going. But once you're sailing, you'll find that the momentum just builds and you start to attract the things you want into your life because you're actually taking action. Now, the same thing applies for really getting over these negative beliefs and negative patterns. I mean, there's obviously, there are things that you can do specifically to work on blockages. But what I've found that it takes actually doing the do to build your confidence. It's in that process of making things happen and hitting obstacles and overcoming them that you will gain the confidence to do what you need to do. Now, when we look at things like public speaking, so presenting group workshops, presenting online workshops, I get that it's scary if you've never done it before. I was halfway through a presentation one day when I had a little bit of a panic attack on stage. It literally come out of the blue. I couldn't breathe. I had to get off stage, compose myself, and then get back on stage. But I got back on stage, and it's just having this, being prepared for things to happen and doing it anyway, because it's scary, but unless you start doing it, you'll never get better at it. So you just need to get out of your own way, take a step up, and just take some small action today that's going to help you get closer to being ready to do that one big thing that you seem to be putting off and putting into the too hard basket. So that's today's video, and come over to the blog on this link to see the rest of the story. And I really hope this video has inspired you to take a massive leap out of your comfort zone and into maybe a bit of a world of the unknown where you can start to grow yourself and your business. Bye.